Howdy, folks. Today I've got Anomaly on my workbench, and Anomaly is an IEM I've been working on now for a year and 8 months. The idea behind it is it's supposed to be the most swirly, the most 3D, the most imaging and layering IEM ever made, but I'm sure it's not, but that's what the idea is. So Anomaly's done, and I figured, well, how can I visually represent what Anomaly is doing? And I happen to know that Adobe Audition, which is this program here, has this really cool feature, which is it's got a phase analysis of music that's playing, which is this right here. So what we have is the center of our head is at the red crosshairs of this, and mono-focused sounds in a track will tend to be in this area, such as vocals and some instruments. And then we have the extreme left of our head over here, extreme right, and behind the head, which is inverse phase. So up here we have track number 1. That is just a random dubstep track that I got from my library, but it has some really cool 3D and weird phasing effects in this section of music. And so then that's the top track. The second track is going to be Anomaly left channel and Anomaly right channel, which were recorded in a 711 coupler, just how you'd expect. And so what we're going to do is we're going to look at the phase graph for the original track. So let's go ahead and mute out Anomaly. And we're going to play the original track, and you can see how the phase is supposed to hit on it. So we'll play a section. So we can see that basically the original track, this is not an Anomaly, has a fair amount of center focus. It goes maybe, a little more than halfway out wide left and right, and not too much behind the head there in this section. And the little floating green dot is sort of the center loudest part of the music. So it's floating around in front of us and slightly left and right. Okay, so let's go ahead and stop the music. We're going to mute out the original track, put on Anomaly as recorded in a 711. I haven't done anything to this other than just volume match it to the original track. Clearly no EQ, that would be cheating, obviously. So let's go ahead and play this now. Anomaly, let me rewind it. Okay, immediately you can see the center, loudest part of the music is now slightly behind the head. Very, very diffuse. Extremely wide, almost out to the edges of what the phase can actually do, and a tremendous amount of information behind the head. And you see how it kind of pulses like that? That's the swirliness. It seems to kind of go from behind you to in front of you, and then the extreme left and right. Really cool. So let me pause out Anomaly and put on the original track. And we'll put on Anomaly again. Very cool. Very, very cool. So yeah, that should visually illustrate that Anomaly is actually kind of like putting on a 3D effect, like Dolby DTS-X or something like that. It makes music wider and more 3D than it actually was to begin with, and I find it highly engaging and fun to listen to, although clearly it's not correct, shall we say. But fun it is. All right, I'll talk to you on the next one.